This is Group 5, representing Robert Nebeker, Kristen Parkinson, and Nick Rausung. Today's discussion will be going over the second way and the principles of feedback. The second way is really designed around systems that are ever-growing in complexity. Since our tech world is ever-increasing, we need to gain safer environment and protect against issues. Dangers is also ever so increasing. So we have loops of feedback that we have from right to left and feed-forward loops that allows us for an easier approach, a cheaper way to fix and avert the problems. When working with complex systems, it is seemingly impossible for a single person to understand every aspect of the infrastructure or the systems at hand. So Drs. Charles Decker and Sidney Perrow analyzed this and discovered that since failure is inherent and inevitable, that there are 4 steps that can be taken to help make these systems safer and simpler to divert the problems. We have 1, errors can be easily identified and rectified. 2, problems are swarmed, which results in a wealth of new knowledge. 3, that the knowledge can be used globally for future projects. And lastly, leaders inspire the team to become leaders themselves. So we create a safer working environment. We test our designs and operating assumptions. The more assumptions that we can change to certainties, the faster we can find and fix these problems. This is done through feedback and feed-forward loops. By communicating through feedback, problems or areas that can be improved can be quickly swarmed. By swarming, much knowledge can be learned in the process. 1, how to manage the systems for doing our work. And 2, preventing problems from becoming larger by addressing them immediately instead of working around them. And 3, converting past assumptions or ignorance into the knowledge. For example, the Toyota Andon cord, if the cord is pulled, the problem is immediately worked on. If it cannot be fixed within the prescribed time, the production comes to a halt. Additionally, in DevOps, if a problem is identified, the team can use the feedback to quickly solve the problem. If not solved within a suitable time, it can be set aside for further work, but not forgotten or continually worked on around to be fixed at a later date when we have time. So in these complex systems, adding more inspection steps and approval processes leads the ever-increasing probability of failure. As decision-making and approvals are further from those that perform the work, it is increasingly difficult for the decision-maker to make an informed decision. As everyone shares in a responsibility of improving quality, the quality will increase for the entire value stream. Problems that used to be passed from development to quality assurance will be detected and fixed prior to leaving development. This reduces overhead by fixing a problem while it is still fresh on the developer's mind, and leaves the quality assurance team more resources to find the more complex issues that peer reviews and automated testing did not detect. Lean defines 2 types of customers. The external customer is the end user of the product, or the one that generally pays for the product. The internal customer is the department or group that receives the product after us. The most important customer is the one that follows us downstream. By focusing on operational, non-functional requirements such as architecture, performance, stability, testability, configurability, and security, we create quality at the source, and our downstream customers receive more tested, stable, and secure products. So in conclusion, we see all these steps put into place and increase the safe environment systems that are being monitored. Teams are unified by putting the second principle into action. The issues at hand can be remedied in real time as feedback occurs. We can swarm the problem and distribute the knowledge gained. With the knowledge, we can then make educated decisions, timely, and with those involved. And lastly, operational and non-functional requirements can share the same emphasis and importance as other features. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation.